Hi, I'm Isabella. I met my husband James at a software company where we both worked as developers. Our relationship was perfect. Well, almost perfect, if you don't count my mother-in-law Patricia's constant meddling in our lives. Honey, Mom's calling again. James glanced at his phone during our breakfast. What is it this time? I stirred my coffee, already knowing it would be another emergency. She says her sink is leaking, wants me to come over right now. James, we're meeting the realtor in an hour to look at houses. I know, but he was already grabbing his keys. That's how it always went. Patricia would call and everything else would stop existing. The house hunting had to wait 3 more weeks because Patricia always had a crisis when we made plans. It was like she had a sixth sense for our important moments. You know your mother called me yesterday? I brought it up during dinner one evening. What did she want? To tell me I'm not feeding you properly. Apparently, you look too thin in the photos she saw on Facebook. Babe, don't take it personally. She's just worried. She reorganized our entire kitchen last week when we were at work. That's not worry, that's control. She has a key for emergencies, which she uses to drop by whenever she wants. James, that's not normal. But the real kicker came during our wedding anniversary dinner. We were at this fancy Italian place downtown, the one we'd been trying to get reservations at for months. Happy anniversary, beautiful. James raised his glass. Then his phone buzzed. Patricia's name lit up the screen. Don't answer it. Please. Just this once. What if it's important? James, everything is important with her. He answered anyway. Mom, what's wrong? I could hear her theatrical sobs through the phone. Something about feeling faint and needing James to drive her to the emergency room. I'll be right there, Mom. Are you serious? It's our anniversary. Isabella, she's alone and sick. She has 5 neighbors on speed dial. Call any of them. But he was already signaling for the check. I sat there watching our anniversary dinner go cold when my phone pinged. It was a photo from Patricia's Facebook posted 2 minutes ago. She was at her weekly bridge club, smiling with her friends, looking absolutely fine. Look at this. I showed James the photo. For the first time, I saw a flicker of doubt cross his face. Maybe she posted it earlier? It's a live post, James. Time-stamped 2 minutes ago. He stared at the photo, then at his phone still buzzing with her messages about feeling faint. I could almost see the wheels turning in his head. I think we need to finish our anniversary dinner, he finally said, putting his phone on silent. It was a small victory, but I knew this was just the beginning of a much bigger battle with Patricia. 2 weeks after our anniversary dinner, James got his big promotion to development team lead. I was over the moon, but Patricia's reaction was different. A leadership position? Oh, honey, are you sure you're ready for that much responsibility? Mom, I've been coding for 8 years. I just worry about your stress levels. Remember your father's heart attack at 40? I watched James's face fall. That's when I started keeping my Patricia log, documenting every manipulation tactic on my phone. Your mother called the office today, I mentioned during dinner. Asked for your direct supervisor's email. What? Why? Said she wanted to send him your medical history. Something about your childhood anxiety. She did what? I pulled out my phone. That's the 3rd time this week she's tried to interfere with work. Look at this pattern. James scrolled through my notes, his expression darkening. You've been tracking all this? Someone had to. Last Tuesday, emergency with her car. Wednesday, mysterious chest pains. Thursday, flooding basement. All during your important meetings. Could be coincidence. The basement flooding happened exactly when you had that presentation with the CEO. Funny how the plumber found nothing wrong. That weekend, Patricia outdid herself. James was preparing for a crucial Monday meeting when she showed up unannounced. I brought your favorite childhood photos to decorate your new office. Mom, I'm trying to work. Look at this one. Your first day of kindergarten. You were so scared, wouldn't let go of my hand. I watched her strategically placing photos of a dependent child like James all over his workspace. My blood boiled. Remember how you used to have panic attacks before school? Maybe you should take it easy at work. That's when I noticed James rubbing his neck, his stress tell. Actually, I interrupted, he's been killing it at work. The CEO personally requested him for this project. Oh? You never mentioned that, James. Though success can be such a burden. Later that night, James got an email from HR. Someone had forwarded his entire childhood medical history, including therapist notes from when he was 12. This has to stop, he muttered, staring at his screen. Wait, there's more. I pulled up the company chat. Check what your mom sent to the project team. She'd somehow gotten hold of the team's contact list and sent a group message. As James's mother, I must inform you he's not ready for this responsibility. He's always struggled with leadership roles. I could lose my job over this. No, you won't. Because tomorrow we're showing HR every manipulative message, every fake emergency, every attempt to sabotage you. I've documented it all. James was quiet for a long moment. You know what's crazy? When I made that presentation, she tried to stop. It was about setting boundaries in team management. Ironic? Yeah. Maybe it's time I practiced what I preach. His phone buzzed. Patricia again. This time, he didn't pick up. After ignoring Patricia's call, we spent the evening going through my documentation. I pulled out a calendar marked with every emergency from the past year. Look at the pattern. Every time you had a major work event or we planned something important, boom, crisis. 87 emergencies in 12 months, James whispered, scanning the dates. And here's where it gets interesting. Remember when she told you your dad abandoned you guys? Yeah, left when I was 5. Mom said he couldn't handle the responsibility. Well, I did some digging. Found your dad's sister on Facebook. James, he didn't leave. Patricia took you and disappeared. He spent years trying to find you. That's impossible. Mom said he never paid child support, never tried to contact us. Your aunt sent me these. I pulled out a stack of returned letters. Your dad wrote every week for 3 years. Patricia marked them return to sender. The color drained from James's face as he read through the letters. There's more. Remember those panic attacks she keeps bringing up? Your childhood therapist notes say they started right after she moved you away from your dad. I always thought. She said I was just an anxious kid. Our conversation was interrupted by James's phone exploding with messages. Patricia had been busy. Your cousin Mike thinks we're abusing you. Your Aunt Sarah heard you're having a mental breakdown. Even your old high school teacher got a concerning email about your unstable behavior. She's trying to discredit you before you can tell anyone the truth, I explained. That Sunday was the annual family barbecue at Patricia's. Perfect timing. You don't have to come in with me, James said as we parked outside. Yes, I do. We face her together. The backyard was tense. Everyone staring, whispering. Patricia had done her work well. Oh, honey, I've been so worried. She rushed forward, arms open. Stop. Just stop. What's wrong, sweetie? Is she not letting you talk to me? I found Dad's letters. The silence was deafening. Patricia's face went white. Those old things? He was just trying to avoid child support. I called him last night. Now Patricia was the one looking for support, grabbing the back of a chair. He told me everything. The court orders you ignored, the private investigators you dodged, how you changed our name from Anderson to Williams. I was protecting you. From what? A father who loved me? Who still has every school photo his sister could smuggle to him? You don't understand. No, you don't understand. Every panic attack, every anxiety issue, that was you. You didn't protect me. You traumatized me. Aunt Sarah stepped forward. Patricia, is this true? Is that why you cut off contact with everyone back then? I think it's time for the whole family to hear the truth, James announced, pulling out the stack of letters. Every single lie, every manipulation, every moment you stole from me and my father. Patricia lunged for the letters, but I was faster. The truth was finally coming out, and no amount of fake emergencies could stop it. The week after the barbecue bombshell, Patricia launched her biggest manipulation campaign yet. She parked outside our house at 3 a.m., crying hysterically. You're all I have. Please don't abandon me like your father did. James stood firm at our bedroom window. Mom, Leave now, or I'm calling the police. You'd do that to your own mother? After everything I sacrificed? Your sacrifices? Let's talk about cousin Tommy. Tommy had reached out after the barbecue. Turned out Patricia had sabotaged his college scholarship by convincing the university he had a drug problem. He was going too far away. I was trying to protect the family. Just like you protected me from Dad. Leave now. She showed up at James's office the next day with fake medical papers. Terminal illness. Really, Mom? The doctor's signature is literally in Comic Sans. Aunt Sarah called that evening. Your mother pulled the same stunt when your Uncle Dave got engaged. Claimed she had 6 months to live. That was 12 years ago. How many others? James asked. Half the family has a Patricia story. We just never compared notes before. A certified letter arrived from Patricia the next day. Adoption papers. She's trying to legally adopt me. I'm 34 years old. I couldn't help but laugh. At least she's getting creative. This stops now. James picked up his phone. Mom, I'm setting boundaries. No more surprise visits. No contact with my work. No more manipulation. But I'm your mother. And I'm your adult son who's done being controlled. Break these boundaries and you'll lose all access to my life. You can't mean that. Isabella put you up to this, didn't she? No, you put me up to this. Every lie, every manipulation, every moment you stole from me and Dad. That weekend, James had his first video call with his father, Robert. You look just like your old man, Robert smiled, tears in his eyes. I can't believe she kept us apart for so long. What matters is now, son. We've got time to make up for lost years. 3 months later, James got another promotion. No panic attacks, no anxiety. Patricia sent a dramatic email about being on her deathbed. Delete, James said without opening it. Just like that? Just like that. You know, I used to think I needed her approval to breathe. Now, I'm running a department, reconnecting with Dad, and actually sleeping through the night. And the guilt? Gone. She made her choices. I'm making mine. His phone buzzed. A message from Robert. Ready for our fishing trip next weekend, son? James smiled, the kind of genuine smile I'd never seen when Patricia was pulling his strings. You know what's funny? Mom always said I was too weak to handle life without her. Turns out I was strong enough to handle life without her control. I squeezed his hand, watching him type a response to his dad. Finally, James was writing his own story, not the one Patricia had scripted for him. What would you have done in Isabella's position? Would you have exposed Patricia's lies to the entire family, or handled it privately to protect James from the public family drama? Maybe you've dealt with a controlling parent or in-law yourself. How did you handle setting boundaries? Did you go no contact like James, or find another way? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your experience might help someone else dealing with a similar situation. If you enjoyed this story about breaking free from toxic control, hit that like button and subscribe for more real relationship stories. Every week, we explore the complicated dynamics of family relationships and how to handle them.